not too far from the car and stumbled upon this giant mine adit. We didn't stumble upon it, we knew it was here, but that's it. And there's a strong breeze. You can see that all those plants rustling right there, that's just air from the mine. And you could actually smell the air coming out of here before you even saw the adit. So there's probably some pretty extensive workings in here. I don't have all my lights on, but that's just inside the portal. So we'll go on in and check it out. Alright, we're right under the portal, the timbered portal. And no rails on the ground, but there's an air line or a water line on the right there. I think this is a crosscut tunnel. So we will eventually intersect some sort of ore body. A bunch of chemical drums. And then the tunnel continues this way. This part of the tunnel is really large. It's about 10 feet tall, 8 feet wide. And you can see on the right they have these good-sized tree trunks that are stuck into the walls. I'm sure they have cables running on those. Yeah, that tunnel's huge. And to the left is another tunnel. We'll stick to the right first. Okay, so the right branching tunnel ends in this large stoped chamber. Goes up about 20 feet. So they must have found some relatively rich ore in here. But my understanding is that this mine was actually never profitable because the ore simply was not rich enough. So whatever they took out of here probably didn't help them too much. Alright, so we'll go back down to that junction and explore the left-hand tunnel. Okay, we've navigated down the left-hand tunnel. There's another large stoped out area. You can see some timbers on the ground here. This looks like possibly an ore chute, clogged ore chute. Yeah. And then there's a sump or something full of water there. That's back where it came from, toward the portal. And just looking around the stoke room. Goes up about 25 feet. Looks like they thought about continuing a tunnel that way, but didn't. So a sump area, and then that's the ore chute again. So we'll head on down this way where the tunnel continues. Okay, we're making our way through some timbered arches. Still a strong breeze coming out of here. Wow. It's another giant chamber here. Yeah, my lights don't really do much in here. Let's see. Wow. Holy crap. Yeah, this is a huge stope. This is pretty cool. All right, this is looking into the stope. As you can or can't see, it's pretty large, very large. It's about 80 feet tall, maybe 75 feet wide. Some other workings down there as well. That's a 8-foot tall tunnel for scale. I'm panning over to the giant room here. Pretty crazy. There's another view of the stope. I'm over on the other side now. That's where we came from, way down there. There's a bunch of little, probably ore chutes going down. Looks like they had a sub-level or something below this. There's also a winze up there, or a raise. And then that looks, I was expecting to find glory holes or little openings to the surface, and I think that might have been one, but I'm not sure. And then down to my right here is another, well, looks like it would have continued down there, but it's all plugged up now. Yeah, but this is just a massive chamber. Huge, huge room. Alright, I just discovered this is an old winze, completely flooded. There's a log floating in it. That's not somewhere you want to fall. You can see it's timbered with sort of raw tree trunks. And this is like right in the middle of the stope room. And that's where we came from, the tunnel. And the stoping continues this way. And that's back toward the big room. That's the winze I was just standing up on. Big stope chamber above. And it's just a giant mess of stuff going on back here. I'll try to make my way back there and see what's going on. And then that down there, you can see the water for the winze. I don't want to get close to that. And then the tunnel that we have yet to explore is up there. There's a collapsed area above this timbering. And if you look in here, there's another collapse there, and then I think it dead ends. There's some really immense weight on these timbers. But I'm gonna head on down here below the stope, check that out. Alright, over there is the winze. Up there is sort of where we came from. And panning around here, you can see this giant footwall. Just very geometric, sort of flat, natural wall there. And I guess if you go down here, you're sort of onto another level of the mine. Yeah. So I'm now on technically another level. And that's sort of that timbered area I was just showing you. The big collapse. And then this is a tunnel that continues on this way. And now we're actually underneath the giant stope. I think I know what this is. Yeah. I think this is a haulage tunnel. And over there, it's not, well, yeah, you can see it on the camera, it's completely caved. To the right, it does keep going. Fortunately, I don't have my rubber boots today, and I don't really feel like getting my feet completely soaked because there's about 2 feet of water on the ground, but I don't think that actually goes anywhere. I'll confirm that But I have maps to this mine, so I know whether or not it's worth it to explore that, and I don't think it is. So I think we'll head back up and check on that other tunnel that we passed up on. All right, continuing on down an unexplored tunnel. Oh man, oh that's the end. Some graffiti back here. I do not think that's miners graffiti. That's the end of the tunnel though. Okay, so we hiked up the hill here to one of the stopes. You can see a glory hole here entering into one of the stopes. You can actually get into this. It just kind of slopes downward, so we'll head on in here and check it out. Alright, I'm standing on the other side of the entrance to this stope. That's down to the lowest point there. You can see there's multiple glory holes, 2 of them, there and there. Just follow the edge to get over here. It's hard to film in this place, so I'm going to set up the camera and just walk around so you guys kind of have a sense of scale of how big this stope is. We did measure it, and it came out to be 75 feet wide, 150 feet long, and 70 feet in height. And that's just vertical height, so this thing's not really a uniform shape, so it's a little bigger than those dimensions, but that's generally how big it is.